At the western edge of a fallen world lies a cliffside village. Harboring the last survivors of the human race, those who chose exile over death. They train day and night, confined to their hideout, their legacy cursed, survival their sole purpose. Legend warns of the demon army, bound to strike again, eager to completely eradicate humans. Fortunately, legend also tells of a hero flying in from the Western Ocean to bring protection and knowledge. On a day that begins like so many others, a young ninja is about to be visited by the Western hero and sent on a perilous journey into this merciless world to carry a scroll paramount to the clan's survival. This, ladies and gentlemen, is The Messenger. Hello everybody, XP Gamer here, and welcome to, like I said, good start. Like I said, The Messenger. Wow, great start. Alright, so, for those of you who don't know, The Messenger is a game kind of like, whatchamacallit, kind of like Celeste. I mean, not really much, but it's only similar to Celeste really because of, it's, what am I saying? Great start, I can't talk already. It's similar to Celeste because it's an indie game, and, well, it got a ton of praise, not as much as Celeste, but it got a ton of praise for what it was expected. And there is a reason for that. Now, it's a relatively shorter game. I don't want to say too much, because for those of you who played this game, you probably know what I mean. But just, even if you don't want to see it or play it or whatever, because it's a short game, or at least supposed to be a short game, just stick around, please, because it's truly an amazing game, just like Celeste, and it's phenomenal. And I have a lot to say about it, and I'll be saying a lot about it later on. But without further ado, let's get started with The Messenger. So it's an 8-bit game, as you can see. Well, mostly 8-bit. Another day and still no sign of this so-called Western hero. Training used to be fun, but all we do now is memorize boring prophecies. Demon army this and magic scroll that. Nothing's happened in centuries, so why are we still hiding? I wish I could just leave this place and go explore the world. Gather around, everyone! History lesson is about to begin! Ah, great. Another lecture. I guess I should at least show up this time. Alright, and just like that, we are controlling this ninja. You can press B to jump, as you can see. Just like normal platformers, the longer you hold B, the higher you jump, and you can slash your sword. Okay, so it's pretty Ninja Gaiden-esque. I've never played Ninja Gaiden, but I've seen gameplay of it, and, well, I know what it's like. You have a little dummy here to practice hitting on, I guess. Not like that. You don't hit on dummies. Don't do that, please. Whoops. If your parents see you hitting on dummies, do not tell you who said that. Right on time to try the new course. Show us your cloud step technique. Jump, hit, jump. So yes, one of the main mechanics in this game is the cloud step. You can hit something like this, like a lantern, and you can jump in midair multiple times if you just keep hitting it. So, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. How it works? Don't ask me, I'm not a ninja. As much as I aspire to be one. Well, look who decided to grace us with their presence. Have you done your reading? Ever the rebel. What's the point? All we do is rot in this hideout anyway. I see that the importance of your ancestors' wisdom is lost on you. But let me assure you that the threat of the demon army is very real. And should they... They have returned! This is all wrong! The Western hero was supposed to save us! Watch out! And just like that, our colleagues are dead. Yeah, I'm sure they'll be fine. Don't go! You are not ready! Okay, it just says the same thing. Well, we're gonna go anyways, because when has disobeying our master ever done us wrong in any video game before this? Burn it all! Bring the humans to their knees! Not so fast, big boy. Oh? And who might you be? Are you really all they've got? Pathetic! Prepare to die! That sound... impossible! What a sharpshooter. It seems luck is with you this day. Barmathazel!
Yes, my king.
Keep an eye on this worm.
Certainly, my king.
Count your blessings, ninja. My minions will make short work of you in the Autumn Hills. Are you the Western hero? Something like that. To be honest, I got here way too late. As you look like the most capable around here, I have a task of the utmost importance for you. Take this scroll and carry it across the island. You need to reach Glacial Peak Summit, where 3 sages will be waiting for you. But who are you? Why is this scroll important? You'll find answers along the way. Head for the village gate now. The Shroud of Night will be your only protection to make it through the Autumn Hills. Godspeed, messenger. You got the scroll! You've been chosen to be the messenger, tasked with carrying the scroll across your cursed world. Okay, so now I don't mean to self-promote or anything, but before we go on, I actually wrote a short story based on the messenger. It's like it a lot in a lot of ways, but there are also parts that are a bit compromised just for story's sake. I will link the PDF in the description. For those of you who have completed this game, read it if you want. I mean, I don't want to be self-promoting here, but I've been writing short stories and I really like it, and I decided to make one on this game, so it'll be in the description. For those of you who beat the game, like I said, if you want to read it, go ahead and please let me know what you think in the comments. If you haven't beat the game, obviously, it's spoilers, or if you haven't even played the game, at least just wait until the end of the LP, and then if you still are interested in reading it, I'll still be linking it, so yeah. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's start off this journey in the Autumn Hills. Okay, so this game, for the most part, well, not for the most part, but I can't say much without spoiling a lot for those of you who don't know. Also, first off, you can tell, amazing music. This game is going to have an amazing soundtrack all the way through. And then there are these little pellet things, which you will be finding out what they do later on. That's our first enemy, takes 3 hits. I don't know the name of it, though. I don't even know if they have names. But, what was I saying? Yeah, I don't want to spoil too much, but for the most part, at least for now, it's a 2D platformer, and it goes, straight forward. Also, if you see me doing stupid stuff, like trying to slash through projectiles and stuff, that's just because they're upgrades that I had when I first played this game, and I guess I just still think I have them. Because the first time I played this game was actually, 2 weeks ago, maybe? And it was just that good, and I was like, I need to let's play this. Also, I wanted to do it recently because there's somewhat of a quest where it's hard to know where everything for it is, and roadblock, but also a save point. So I just didn't want to forget all that information. We have this mysterious area, as you can see. This guy's just kind of staring at us. Ah, the messenger. I wasn't expecting you so soon. What is this place? This is the shop. It doesn't look like a shop. Do I look like a shopkeeper? Anyways, so I'm this mystic character who'll be mentoring and supporting you on your epic quest to save the world. All you need to do is take the scroll to the top of a faraway mountain, where 3 sages from my order will be waiting for you. Your order? Slow down, that was way too much to take in for one dialogue box. Look, just keep going eastward. Make sure you grab all these time shards you see lying around. I can use them to upgrade your abilities and artifacts. First one is on the house. Enjoy. You got the climbing claws. Press against walls while airborne to stick to them. Need anything? So here are all the upgrades that we can upgrade or use using these time shards that we've been collecting. First off, there's a shuriken which we can actually collect, and the 2 we can get right now is Strike of the Ninja. Empowers your attacks, letting you destroy enemy projectiles, and you can even cloud step off of projectiles, or HP +1. I'm gonna go with this first, just so I don't look like a fool slashing at a ton of projectiles. And as you saw, that there was that one that's locked. We'll find out what that is later. What do you want to chat about? So, climbing claws. Oh yeah, you can press against walls to cling to them and climb at your leisure. Makes sense. The way everything looks, it just felt like I should be able to do that normally. Yes, that's why John Guyton invented them decades ago. Who's John Guyton? Never mind. Just an acknowledgement I needed to get out of the way. I don't get it. Some will. Here's another thing. You're going to notice I'm going to be going out of my way as much as I can to talk to this guy and any other guy you can. Just because the dialogue in this game is so amazing. It's better than Color Splash. It's better than Celeste. Well, Celeste wasn't meant to be, funnier or anything. It was just meant to be, story-based. But, I love the dialogue in this game. Seriously, though, where are we? Curious, are we? In time, you will come to realize that the question is not where, but when. That's it? Listen, I know you're still new to this. You have to be pretty naive to expect anything other than cryptic information so early in your adventure. Wouldn't you rather go back into the action anyways? Just buy a health upgrade or something and be on your way. Kids these days. Seriously, the dialogue in this game, it's so hilarious all the way through. Talk to this guy. Do you have any stories to share? Of course. Here's one for you. There once was a servant who didn't know how to read. The day came where his master asked him to read something for her, to which he replied, "I'm sorry, my lady, I can't read." That reply immediately got him fired. So he went out in the streets looking for a tea house to relax and accept the bad news. When he couldn't find any, he reckoned he probably wasn't the only one to wish there was a tea house in his small town. So he opened up his own. It really picked up, so he built many more and became rich in the process. One day his accountant asked him to review a piece of document, to which he replied he didn't know how to read. The accountant, who couldn't believe his ears, said, "If you became a millionaire without even knowing how to read, just imagine where you would be if you could read." "Oh, I know exactly where I would be," the rich man replied. "I would be a servant." The end. What? I don't see how this applies to my adventure. It doesn't. You asked for a story. More like the long version of When Life Gives You Lemons. Alright, since you don't seem to appreciate me sharing some clever material for your next party, I suggest you move along. Yeah, this guy also always has a ton of stories to tell, and they're all, either just some weird twist ending or something dumb like that. And then the last thing we can do in here is check this cabinet. Please don't touch the cabinet. I already told you the cabinet is off limits. Believe me, you're not ready for what's in there. You think you can just barge into my lab and go through my stuff like you own the place? There's no skeleton in there, I promise. Hey, don't touch. It's empty anyways. Don't make me lock it. Why don't you put that curiosity to good use in the outside world and maybe, I don't know, save humanity? If you touch that again, you'll have to sit through my boring story. I'm warning you, it's boring. It's philosophical. I'll even remove your ability to skip what I'm saying. This is your last warning. You better make sure you have some time ahead of you if you're gonna touch that again. You asked for it. Don't say I didn't warn you. Yep, and now we can't even skip the story. Like, you can't skip the dialogue or anything. You know, it gets pretty lonely out here, so I have a lot of time to think. The only thing that keeps bugging me is this concept of happiness. Everyone seems to be looking for it. Some pretend to have it, but no one can really explain what it is. I think I finally cracked that code. See, everyone has goals. So you think, oh, when I have this, I'll be happy, or when I achieve that, I'll feel eternal bliss. Some people are looking for love or acceptance, while others simply hope Devolver will sign their kick-ass game. From my perspective, sitting here at the end of time and being visited by countless travelers, I came to realize something very important. Goals don't make people happy. They defer happiness into the future, to when the goal will be achieved. This can only fail, because once you reach your goal, you're not the same person you were when you set out to achieve it. And what's more, your mindset is to chase something instead of enjoying what you have. So there you have it. Happiness is not a goal or a state, it's a system. You optimize your environment and cherry-pick the people around you, so that every day you're stoked to live your own life, and you don't need to defer any joys, because you optimize the present moment. Now, I don't know whether that was cheesy or insightful, or even just annoying, but I need to optimize my own life, and that implies that you stop trying to open my cabinet, so I really hope I bored you to death. You should see what I did to the last traveler who got nosy.
Hey, I heard that.
And then, yup, after that, everything just repeats. Please do not touch the cabinet. So, yeah. Long-winded story. I don't know if it's actually supposed to be boring or fun or whatever, but I like it. So, yes, anyways, now we have the climbing things. And you will notice that not only can we just grapple to a wall, but if you mash buttons frantically, you can flat out climb them. Like, you don't need wall jumps or anything. You can just climb a singular wall. Alright, but yeah. After that long-winded talk with that guy, let's get back into the action. And as you can see, I can now slash through projectiles with that upgrade. And you can see the mountain peak that we need to get to all the way back in the corner. Or in the background, I mean. Also, you'll notice these two little pillars here that seem completely strange and not meant to be there. They're meant to be there. We'll just find out why later. Also, you can duck and then press B to fall through most platforms. Obviously not this thick boy. You just end up jumping, but yeah. That's notable. And I guess you would have found out there. You can also slash these because they're considered projectiles. Really, we can attack anything now. And then there are these things which you have to duck to hit. A lot of enemy variety. The enemies are randomly placed, it seems, sometimes. Well, no. They aren't random. It's just the placement seems like random and kind of dumb. But believe me, everything in this game has a reason. Anything that seems out of place, anything that seems dumb or stupid, trust me, this game knows what the hell it's doing. Yeah, anyways, good music. You will also notice that there are some random checkpoints and then some have shops in them. It's just kind of evenly placed around. A lot of checkpoints in this game, a lot of shops. Anyways, now we can go underwater, to which the soundtrack gets muffled, which is nice. It's a nice little bonus. Then we have this spinny saw blade, who, I don't know who would take their time to install that down here. Like, oh yeah, let's just put a random saw blade in this dark corner in the middle of the water. Those green things restore health. You can see my health in the top left by my name. And then top right is your time shards. That's pretty much everything you need to know. For now, at least. Also, you can download this game's soundtrack. I highly suggest doing that. I'm pretty sure it's on Apple Music. At least, like, part of it is. Like, this song is in it, just in different style. I can't say anything without spoiling, like, everything. But, you can download this game's soundtrack. That's all I really need to say for now. And we have that giant spike pillar right there that we can't get to right now, or get through right now, so instead... Whoa! Almost took a hit. I just took a hit. And we have these red guys. I believe those are new. I don't think we've seen them yet. They just randomly charge at you. Also, just like Ninja Gaiden and most old retro games, you saw that red guy, I killed him, and then there was another one. And there's another one. They respawn when they're off screen, which I originally wasn't a fan of, but like, you know, now that I'm better at the game, because this game can take some getting used to, it's actually really fun, and I think it's really cool. Alright. Back in the shop. Don't ask me how there are multiple, like just sitting around. You'll see the chat is grayed out. That just means he has nothing to say that we haven't already said. We can get our shuriken now, where we can press B while being knocked back to do an air recovery jump. I'm going to get that. So, you can get all the upgrades, really, without having to try too hard. But yeah, you will also notice these blue wisps, and like I said, another one of these random patches of ground that don't look like they should be there. This game knows what it's doing, like I'm saying. These blue wisps also have a purpose that we will find out later. Like, I'm gonna stop mentioning it now, but seriously. Don't think like, oh, why is that there? That's just bad game design. Like, it doesn't even look like it should be there. Everything should be here. Also, you'll notice rigid walls like this I haven't been climbing. That's because you can't. You can only climb like ones like this that are nice and sturdy. Can't climb that rough stuff. That rough stuff, my bad. Yeah, this soundtrack is truly amazing. I think the game actually points itself out. It's like, don't you like our soundtrack or something? I'm gonna take a hit right here just to show you guys what I mean. See, you can kind of do a tiny little recovery jump. But believe me, when there are really small platforms, it can really save you. Oh, whoops, that does 2 damage. I probably should have just ducked under that. Anyways, you see this little red guy. Oh, a new customer. What happened? I almost died just there. Strictly speaking, you did. Huh? But how? My name's Corbel. Corbel? At your service. I'm the one you never would have met had you any skills. The gist of it is, I have a magic ring that allows me to control space and time. So whenever you're about to die, I'll appear to stop everything and teleport you back to the latest checkpoint. Okay, what's the catch? Well, for one, you will still feel agonizing pain every single time. Also, I'm keeping track of your debt in my little notepad, so I'll stick around to steal your loot until either we're even or I'm bored. I mean, I can let you die if you prefer. Seems we have a deal. Glad we see eye to eye. Carry on then. Or eye to eyes. Cause you know, he's a Cyclopsy boy. So yes, Corbel is a rude boy who saves your life, but as you will see, all the time shards you collect right now just go to him and he gobbles them up. He will stick around for a little while, like he said. I don't know if there's a set amount or not. I never really paid too much attention. Because like, I died a lot. And even still, I got all the necessary upgrades. Also, you notice that lantern thing gave me blue stuff. You'll find out what the blue stuff is later. Okay, I'm just gonna duck under you. Horrible, you can leave me alone now. You satisfied? Yep. Once he pulls out his notepad, he's satisfied, and he leaves. So yeah, we lost like 20 or so time shards to that. It can be kind of punishing sometimes, others not too bad. But like I said, I died like hundreds of times on my first playthrough, and I still got all the upgrades, so it's never too much to worry about. I'm not going to risk taking that jump. I'm just going to let this swing back. Have patience. Slash that lantern. Those guys remind me of weird-looking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, those green things. Anyways, yeah, I suggest killing every enemy too, just because they do drop time shards. And sometimes health recoveries. No, they drop health recoveries once you get an upgrade for them to drop health recoveries sometimes. Okay, you have fun. You have fun falling what's probably equivalent to like 100 feet in your tiny height. Anyways, we continue on. Also, the gameplay kind of reminds me of Shovel Knight a bit, but a bit, like I said. Alright, we have this little tricky room. You don't actually have to go in here, I just am. For the dialogue purposes. So, it seems you're one to wander off the beaten path. What was that big green object? Oh, you mean that thing you just smashed instead of collecting? It's a power seal. There are many others like this one, but to be honest, I'm not really sure what they do. I can tell you that finding them all is optional, but if you're the kind of adventurer that likes to go for the extra challenge, you'll want to keep an eye out for hidden rooms. And who knows, it may or may not unlock an overpowered upgrade. Anyways, I'll be in my shop. So yes, power seals. There are like 30 some in the game. I'm not going to be collecting them all. I just wanted to show off that little dialogue and the fact that they do exist. But, because while it is, it's not as overpowered of an upgrade as that guy makes you think. That's probably my one only complaint about this game. But it's optional, so it doesn't really even apply. Like, there's more than enough gameplay and exploring to do, even without collecting all the power seals. We just gonna continue on here. Slaughtering monsters is so fun. Alright, now watch this. This is pretty epic. Wasn't that so cool? You can probably hear my button mashing too. That just makes it better. So like, say I were to get hit by a projectile right now. It would knock me into the spikes, but, well, it did because I'm bad at this game, but, I'm not even gonna go for killing you. Because I know I'm probably gonna kill myself if I try. But yeah, if I just held right a bit more, I just didn't want to fall up this side of the platform. You could see that I jumped back and I could have made it back on there. I'm healed up and I have no mercy. If I can... I will gladly take 2 hits for your death. Alright. As you can see, the green chest is now here. What's with the big mysterious chest? It appeared when you smashed your first power seal. And you still need... Okay, so there's 45. Jeez. Alright. Something new to chat about, the level boss. Looks like you're almost at the end of this area. Did I forget to mention there's a giant leaf monster guarding the exit? You did. That look on your face. Don't worry, my dear adventurer. Leaf monsters only come out during a full moon. Oh, is it a full moon right now? Yes. Oh, that's... I didn't mean to... Well, good luck. So yeah, nice advice for the level boss. We could get an energy shuriken right now, but I'm gonna... Oh, we can do both. I just wanted to heal myself so I could get the HP +1 so I could fully heal myself, but we have both now. So yeah, as you can see, we now have a new bar in the top left, showing that we can have 3 of those shurikens, and that blue stuff that one of these lanterns dropped earlier, that refills it. That's what that was. First level boss! Mr. Leaf Monster! Isn't he so cool? So he will throw that little leafy thing at you. Then he will jump up here, do that, which I can't dodge because I'm bad at games. As you can see, both of these walls are kind of rigid, so we can't actually climb them to attack him while he's up there. However, he's the first boss, so he's a piece of cake. Even though I died to him like twice on my first playthrough because I was kind of reckless and careless and didn't know how to dodge yet. But yeah, with that, he's done. And just like that, we seamlessly transition to the next stage, the Forlorn Temple. Alright, now I know we're at a half an hour, but the Forlorn Temple is a very, 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 very short level. So I'm just going to talk to this guy real quick. To the shopkeeper, and then we're gonna complete this level, and then we'll be done. Forlorn Temple, huh? That's a sad one. How so? Haven't paid much attention during history lessons, have you? Adventure types rarely do. I get it. So the short of it is, that four-headed monster would have killed you earlier if that cooler-than-you hero hadn't intervened. That's the Demon King. He brought his armies to the human realm many centuries ago and destroyed their stronghold, forcing them to retreat into hiding. And he's been sitting on their throne ever since. You mean this is all that's left of the human legacy? For what it's worth. I'm sorry. No way. I'll go and take down that Demon King right now. You wouldn't be the first to try. I can't just stand by while some evil monster gloats over my people's misery. You're still too weak to consider taking on even his second in command. I'm going. I bet you can't even make it to the entrance without falling into the pit. Watch me. Oh, I will. Do you have any stories to share? Of course, here's one for you. There once was a princess looking for a suitable husband. She sent an invitation to all neighboring princes, stating that the main trait she was looking for was sensitivity. Contenders came and went, attempting to pass her test. You will be my guest tonight, the princess would explain. All I need you to do is sleep on that pile of mattresses. The next morning she would ask them how their night was. I had the best sleep of my life, each would reply, confident they had proved they didn't fear the dark, or that they could be easy guests. They were all promptly dismissed. One day, an especially sensitive prince reported he couldn't sleep at all. I don't know what was up with that pile of mattresses, he went on. It looked comfortable enough, but when I laid on it, it was like I had a fork stuck in my kidney. They got married the next day. Oh, everyone knows that story. There was a pea underneath the pile, so that someone who's extremely sensitive wouldn't be able to sleep. Yes, but have you ever heard of what happened after? Huh? For the first few weeks, everything was amazing. The prince would always complain. Just the guy she asked for. When the soup wasn't too hot, it's the cutlery that was too cold. When the music wasn't too loud, the paintings were uninspired. And when the clothes weren't itchy, the poems were predictable. Until one day, just like that, it dawned on the princess that she was in a toxic relationship. Not only was her husband a drag, she had voluntarily picked him for exactly that reason. It dawned on her just like that. How this whole love story was nothing more than two people whose dysfunctions matched like puzzle pieces. Incredibly humbled by regal standards, she realized that she was the only constant in all her problems, delved into personal growth, and got a divorce. She lived happily ever after. The end. Amazing story. Beautiful. Alright, so yeah, now let's just finish off this Forlorn Temple. Because, you know, the place where the Demon King is, the main menace at the beginning of our story, is going to be such a short area. Yeah, he was right. We can't even make it to the temple. Welcome to the catacombs. Alright, well with that, this concludes episode 1, or part 1 of The Messenger. Actually, no, because we have to talk to this guy first. Wait, do we? Yeah, we do.
Oh, you scared me. I thought you were an undead.
What kind of creature are you?
You've never seen a phobikin?
Phobikin?
We're a tribe of builders. Technically very hardworking, but every one of us is cursed by a unique fear, which we are named after.
What's your name?
Necro.
Necro? So you fear the dead and somehow ended up in the catacombs?
Ironic, isn't it? I fell while trying to repair the temple ruins above and was instantly paralyzed by all this morbidity.
Hang on, I gotta answer someone real quick.
Alright. Anyway, thanks for snapping me out of it. I really should get back to work.
Alright, with that concludes part 1 of The Messenger. We found out our legacy with the Western hero and how we have to make it to the top of the highest mountain in order to do something with an ancient scroll that we have. Also, okay, that's options. If you hit minus, you can pull up the items, scroll, climbing claws, energy shuriken, cloud step, strike of the ninja, second wind, which is the jump attack, and then how many power seals we have. So all our collectibles and nonsense. we made our way through Autumn Hills, met the shopkeeper, did a lot of stuff, and now we are trapped in the catacombs with no way to go but deeper. So, I'll see you guys next time where we explore more of these catacombs.